Alright, hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? Looks like we have one person. What's up, one person? How's it going? I was supposed to send out an email to everybody to remind people to join, but I did not do that again. So hopefully I remember for the next one, but looks like we might have another short one. So let me know whoever is here. It says 2 are waiting. One of them's me, so I'm guessing there's only one person here. And it's probably the same guy that joined last time, I'm guessing, right? But I do have a couple questions that were emailed to me that we're going to go over, so. What's up, David? Can you see me? Hey, Samurai. How's it going? David, were you in the last one? Samurai, I know Samurai was. David, were you in the last one too? I think you might have been. Yeah, same too. I had a feeling that would happen. Alright, I'll have to send out an email next time I forgot again. Alright. So, hopefully, I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but there were questions that were emailed to me, so while you guys think of any questions that you may have, I will go over those questions. So, the ones that were emailed to me is, the first one was, what are cards? Okay, so, what are cards? So, cards are, as you can see here, I'm in videos, right? And so, if you go up here, you can click on cards, and then you can throw those basically wherever you want. As you can see, I actually have one here. And so, basically, it was asked, what do you use them for? And so there are a couple different things, like, so you can place cards anywhere you want in the video. It can be a playlist, it can be another video, or a channel, which usually you don't use. But so the reason for doing that is, number one, say you're talking about, like, or referencing a video from the past. Then you can just be like, if you want to know more about this topic, you know, here is the video that talks about it, and then pop up the card, and that pops up in the top right. You guys have probably seen them, and so it's just another way of recommending a video. And so even if you don't talk about it, I like to sometimes throughout the video just basically reference or put a video that has something to do with another part of a different video. Or it doesn't even have to do with the exact point in the video, but it's just another way to recommend videos to people, because later in the course you'll learn that it's important to watch videos in loops. So by, you know, just being able to pop up and recommend another video of yours in the middle of your video, it just helps people watch in loops, watch more of your videos, and then they'll probably click the next one, the next one, the next one. And so that's just basically another way of, you know, keeping people watching in loops, which YouTube really rewards. All right, the second question was, should the name of the video file be the same as the title? How important is this? It's not really something that's important. He said he likes to shorten it, which, I mean, I don't know why it's like, what the benefit would be of, or like how it's not difficult to write like the full title in the file name, but overall it's not really important, really. It's just a little extra thing that might help a little bit, so it's not really a big deal. If I use the correct title and tags, how long does it take for a video to get ranked? So sometimes, well, usually like it's gonna be pretty quick. So when I post a video, it'll be ranked like basically right when I post it. But that's because I have some authority, which means that, you know, the more you post on a certain topic, is the focus good there? The more you post on a certain topic, sorry, it's getting out of focus. The more you post on a certain topic, the more lighting will probably help. The easier it is to rank for it, right? So usually if it's but if you're brand new, in order for it to rank, it depends on the competition, depends on a lot of things. First of all, it might never rank. You know, if you're posting like a Fortnite video and it's your first one or something, and it's really competitive, you may never rank for that, right? But you know, but you can rank like right away. So if you find something that has barely any competition, you post the video up, you should see it ranking within, half an hour or something like that. And so, it just kind of depends on, but it doesn't take long after you upload the video for it to show on the rankings. It's pretty much like 10 minutes to half an hour or something like that. And then from there, if you're new, it's going to depend on how your video performs, click-through rate, watch time percentage, your channel authority, all of those sort of things. But you can rank a video without channel authority. It just depends, what you target. Okay. In one of the trainings, you talked about a software that's a one-stop shop to get information on videos and help rank them. Do you actively use this software? Yeah, so I use everything that I recommend pretty much, especially when it comes to like ranking videos and stuff. And so I kind of just use them all in tandem. So a lot of people, like, they'll ask me a question like, vidIQ says, this doesn't have high competition or something like that. But like, if you can tell by YouTube itself, then like, you should still use it. So I like to use all of them to do like a full picture, right? So the one he was talking about was Jane. She has the VMS software, and so that's what he was asking about. But yeah, I use all of them just to learn as much as I can about whatever it is that I'm trying to jump into or study. I think that was all the questions that I was emailed, so thank you for those. Good questions. Let me read some of these comments here. Looks like we have 4 people, so we should have one person. Is there one person here that has not introduced yourself? All right, so let's look at some of these questions here that we have. Going loud and clear. Yeah, here last time. Better to use toward the end. Cards. No, you can use the cards basically at any time throughout the video. Not really. And most people aren't going to like click. It's not going to make you like click completely off the video. I think it opens in another tab, if I remember correctly. Or a lot of people, like, as your own self as a viewer, like, usually you're not going to, like, you'll right-click it and then, like, open it in a different tab or whatever. Do those upper corner skinny rectangle cards work? So, well, the ones towards the end, like, so instead of cards, you would want to use, like, the end screens. So the end screen is, like, this thing. So if you go and click end screen, then you can put those. So end screens are great for, I usually just do like one, so you can do best for viewer or most recent or whatever, and then also where they can click to subscribe as well. Do the upper corner skinny rectangle cards work compared to end screen? I know end screen cards do. Wondering if worth setting up like upper right corner skinny cards. Yeah, so you're talking about the cards, right? Yeah. As far as like if they work or not, I don't really use them all that much. I think there's analytics on it. So you would have to like look and see, but it's not really gonna hurt you though. So it's not like difficult to set up. It only takes a couple seconds to put them on there, but I'm sure you can probably filter the analytics by cards clicked. Actually, I've never really looked at this. Well, as you can see here, 8.7%. Is that right? No, cards clicked 8. Yeah, so as you can see there, in the last 28 days, let's do lifetime. But I barely ever put cards on, though. But now that we're here, I'm kind of interested. Okay. Huh. So on this video, 256,000 views, 478 clicks on cards, which isn't too bad. But that's about it. All these other videos are like 45 clicks, 40 clicks, and then 9. Let's see. Do I have cards on these videos? I don't know. But yeah, so I don't think people click them that often, really. So at least my niche. All right. I changed the title on an old video, and it seemed to slowly be ranking up. Answers that question. Sweet. Nice, dude. All right, so there's 5 watching, so that means we're smashing our record. So there's 50 people in the program. There's 5 currently watching, so 45 must be overseas probably or something like that. I didn't really expect a whole lot of people out of the, like, I didn't expect like all 50 to come or anything like that. But a lot of people, I think, have been watching the replays. But that's cool. All right, so anyone have any questions? David, Samurai, and then if there's those other 2 people that have not introduced themselves, I don't think. Consistency question. If we are posting videos once a day or even just 3 times a week and we start getting favored by the algorithm. Wow, I should just do this pop-out chat, actually. Instead of you guys having to wait on the replay for it to show up. Alright. If we're posting videos once a day or 3 times a week and we start getting favored by the algorithm but drop down to posting once a week or every 2 weeks. What's up, James? Will the algorithm punish us for change? No. No, as long as if you're posting like once a week, no, that'll be fine. Yeah, that won't be an issue. Good question. Yeah, once a week, that'll be just fine. What's up, James? Do you have any questions for us? I had a question about example channels. All right. Not yet. Okay, cool. I'm assuming you're probably still going through the program, so no issue there. Thanks for stopping by, though. I was looking at Lying of Judah and thought of doing something similar, but not really sure how to search for keywords. Most seem to be high volume, high competition, or low volume, high competition. First video had 260,000 views, but how'd they get so many views with a super generic title? Until people are done asking questions, James, which will probably not be too long since there's only like 4 people. Well, so they probably didn't, like, so if their first video had like 260,000 views, a lot of people probably watched it like after the fact, you know? So there's probably one other video that people found that like started like blowing them up, right? So like sometimes like you have to post for like a month or something before like one video takes off. Then after that, like all the people that saw that video and engaged with it or whatever, then it'll start recommending like other ones of their videos back to those people, and that's when you'll start seeing it. And then a lot of people, like you guys have probably done it, where you find a channel that you like and then you go back to their first video, just curiosity to see what it is, right? So it might not be that their like first video blew up, right? It's just consistency. So there's usually going to be like one where, you know, like where there's going to be one that like caught people's attention, which at this point it's gonna be, you know, they have 2 million subs, so now it's like really easy, right? So there was probably originally one that, you know, blew them up and so with these it's like yeah, like I see what you mean with the titles. I think it's just like YouTube starts recommending it. So I think what it is like at first there's probably not very many people that found it, right? But then, the people that did find it and click on it, right? So whenever it was actually shown, people are actually clicking on it a lot, and they produce pretty interesting videos. So like people would probably watch it all the way through. So then at that point, YouTube starts recommending you just based off the fact that they know that there's other people that watch videos just like this, right? So tags aren't really like super important. Like vidIQ tells you that. YouTube itself even tells you that tags really are not that important, right? So if you have a title and a thumbnail that really draws people in, like everybody that basically is shown it clicks on it, like in the click-through rate's like 10% or higher, 12%, even like past that, like that really tells YouTube like we're going to recommend this video, especially if people are watching over 50% of it. So like it's a lot more about YouTube suggesting your videos really than it is, the tags. So especially with a channel like this. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Like if you have a title and thumbnail that draw people in and the video is entertaining, you're going to be doing well. Because, like, I see what you mean. Like, no man knoweth the day or the hour. Like, what you're saying is no one would type that in, right? As, like, in the YouTube search bar, right? So I see what you're saying there. Like, his tags, I am more than a conqueror. Yeah. So, really, that should show you that, it's all about the titles and the thumbnails being, like, just drawing people in. Getting click-through rate, right? Getting the click-through rate is the most important thing. So, and it depends on your strategy. So if you're doing a channel like this, something like that's going to work. If you're doing, like some sorts of, like, if you're doing, like, sports, like, documentary type videos, right, or something like that, then you can find those, like, low competition ones that, like, people type in, but there's never any videos on, or, like, certain wrestlers that there's always, so that it just depends on what the strategy of your channel really is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's all suggestion. Like, same thing with Jason A. Like, I can't even tell you how I found him. You know what I mean? Because his are the same way, right? They're all, like, he gets tons of views, right? But they're the same kind of things. The truth may shock you, right? Like, how many people go on YouTube and type the truth will shock you, right? And, like, his tags are the same exact way, too. He doesn't even have tags anymore. So, yeah, it's all just suggestion. So, you can use, it depends on the strategy, again, of the channel that you're doing. So, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Just work on those thumbnails and titles is the most important takeaway, basically. Good question. Any other questions you guys have? Yeah, especially in the beginning, if you can, if it doesn't look weird and it actually makes sense, you know what I mean? What are your thoughts on John Smith Exposed? Oh, like exposed videos, like exposing who? Like different people. I don't like those just because they just annoy me. Cause like, you know what I mean. But it depends how you do it. Like, but just calling people out that you don't really know, I don't like that kind of stuff really. Not that you can't do it and get views on it, stuff like that though. But then you get, if you're doing like YouTubers, like, CoffeeZilla or whatever it does, you know, it worked for him, but he's really entertaining, right? But you know, and then you get the guys that are trying to like demonetize you and take your stuff down and claim your stuff all the time because you're talking bad about them and stuff like that. If that's what you mean. Yeah, if you can do it in a way that's not negative, I think that would work pretty well. Because like you said, there's gonna be you know, maybe some pretty decently big channels that no one's ever done anything like that on, right? Which means you'd have like no competition, which I've had a couple people do that with me, and they got some views, but they don't know what the heck they're talking about, so they're talking crap about me, but they don't actually, nothing they said in the video makes any sense, because they don't actually know what I actually do, so, but yeah, if you do it in a way that's positive, that'd be cool. Good question. Anybody else have any questions? Or no? One second, here we go. Okay. Alright, I think there was another one. How well do affiliate links under the video convert? It's highly dependent on the, you know, the topic, the targeting, all that sort of thing. So if, like, obviously my buy 9 to 5 stuff converts better than, you know, my other channels. Like most of my other channels, I don't really have a whole lot to market, you know. But sometimes I do it, and you know it's gonna be like low, right? Like maybe 2-3%, something like that. And then if you're actually pushing an actual product, then it's way higher. Like it can be like 20%. You know what I mean? So it depends, like if you're actually targeting the right audience and things like that. And it's actually, you know, like so if you had a golf channel and you were targeting and selling like a golf club, that's going to be way higher, right? Than if you're doing like sports highlights and a sports like phone case, you know, which like channels do. But like that, like putting sports phone cases on like a sports highlight video is going to be pretty low, right? Because it has nothing to do, even though it's sports, it really has nothing to do with the video or the target audience or anything like that. But like, you know, like Rick Shields, who does golf videos, if he's, you know, showing a driver or something like that and then like selling you the driver, that's going to be really high, right? So it just depends on the targeting, what the video's about, what the product is, you know, those sort of things. So the more that the product matches the video, the better it's going to be. Yep. But extra money is extra money, right? So people are used to seeing those links. So there's, you know, I still try to put them in my videos as much as I can, because it's not like people are going to not watch you because you have one link in the description or pinned to the top comment, right? But you do get extra money rolling in every once in a while, and it all adds up. How to catch him, keep him, and make him yours by chaining him in the basement. That's funny. Yeah, exactly. That's some great targeting right there. Alrighty, anything else we got, guys? Or else I got this. Okay. All I can think of. No problem there. You guys have already asked way more questions than I could even think of asking. Honestly, you guys have been carrying this thing, man. All right, you have one more. All right, cool, and then that'll probably be it because you guys are the only ones talking. So, all right, sounds good. All right, David, sounds good. On similar search terms. All right. What about similar keywords for a specific search term for a video? What do you mean? Example, he blocked me. Why do men block women? Why did he block me? Yeah, right. What about similar keywords for specific? Should a video be made for each keyword or make one and tag the others? So with the similar keywords, the main idea is to find some like 5 to 10 keywords that are going to relate to every video that you're going to make, right? So some niches it might be easier to do than others. If you're going to be jumping all over the board doing all different sorts of things, then you're not really going to be able to have any similar keywords. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing a channel that's going to be an actual niche, right? Then it's probably going to be pretty easy for you to come up with 5 to 10 keywords that are going to be the same, that are going to make sense for every video you're going to post. Like for me, it's easy to do for, this Buy 9 to 5 channel, for instance. Make money online, make money on YouTube, affiliate marketing, whatever. But if you're going to be jumping all over the board, then it might be more difficult, or it might not even be pertain to your channel at all. You know what I mean? Which, even if you're going to be jumping around, if you can just do at least, 3 or 4 really vague ones that you can use every time that still kind of relate to your video, like money or something like that. If I couldn't think of any for my Buy 9 to 5 channel, then I could use money. You know what I mean? Just something that tells YouTube hey, relate my next video to the one I just did, right? So it kind of can help it suggest other videos. So, but yeah, in general, for every video you post, you want to find as many keywords as you can that relate to the video that you just did. So, like, he blocked me, why do men block women, why did he block me on social media? All of those would be ones you'd want to use for that certain video, as well as every other type of, every other kind of keyword just like that. You know what I mean? So, hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's all the questions you guys have, so that's cool. You're welcome. Hopefully that made sense. And so hopefully you guys are still enjoying the course and everything, and you can always continue to email me any questions you have. And hopefully next time I remember to send out the email so that we can get more people in here. I'm sure if I sent out a link, there'd be way more people that just clicked on it and joined us. So we'll have to think about that for next time, because, man, I'd be surprised if David and Samurai can come up with very many more questions, because, my gosh, they've came up with a lot. And so I'm glad, or else I'd be sitting here staring at the camera and it would be awkward. So I'm glad you guys stopped by and asked so many good questions. So thanks a lot for coming, as always, and hope you guys learned something and it helped you guys out. And, yeah. So have a good night, everybody. Cool, man. Sounds good.